Hey everyone, this is Steve Weingel with Collider, and I'm here with the team behind Peanut Butter Falcon. How are you guys doing today?
Really good.
I feel awesome, thank you.
How
are you?
I'm doing excellent.
All right, good.
We're covering movies. This is fantastic. Before we get any further, we're at South by. The only reason we get to be at South by is because we have sponsors. I want to give a huge thank you to Blue Moon, to everybody who's gotten us here at the Studio Suite, because without these sponsors, we wouldn't be able to cover movies like yours. So I just want to give a huge thank you. Jumping in, I've not seen the film yet, but I saw on Twitter last night the tremendous reaction to the film socially, and I just want to know, what was it like being in that world premiere last night, because it sounds like it went over great.
Yeah, it felt great. Zach, what did it feel like to you in there?
I would say it was very great, and I hope the people have been enjoying the movie, and I hope about the sponsor, all the people who probably will love the most.
Yeah, for me it felt pretty rad. It was we got like a standing ovation, and nobody left for the Q&A. People seemed very engaged and very into Zach's performance and Shia's performance, and it was a blessing. I felt like a real blessing to get to experience that here at South by.
A lot of people, in fact, I would wager almost everyone watching this interview will not have seen the film yet. And I hate asking the generic question, but do you mind talking a little bit about what the film is about?
Oh, we did not come here to do that.
No. And they're out.
We'd love to. Yeah. Do you want to talk about the film, or Mike? Do you want to talk about the film?
Yeah, I mean, I'll just do it with one line, and you guys can tag in. It's a film about a young man with Down syndrome that breaks out of a retirement home to chase his dream of becoming a professional wrestler.
That's our log line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's Zach, it's Shia LaBeouf, it's Dakota Johnson, and we wrote this film for Zach. I've known Zach for a lot of years, 8 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're all really, really tight friends, and Zach really had a dream of being a professional actor and being in movies, and we knew that probably wasn't going to happen for Zach, because
it's not a ton of opportunities.
Yeah, it's just not something that people with Down syndrome get an opportunity to do a lot. And then we were like, let's just write him a movie, because we love you, and we thought he was a really talented actor. We'd seen him do stuff in like smaller things and smaller projects, and he was actually like really turns on in front of a camera. And now he's a little tired right now. Big night last night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
but yeah, he's a really, really talented actor, and so we really handcrafted it for him. It was nice to see that all come together last night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just yeah.
The thing about it, though, is that you guys put together this hella cast, and that sounds terrible English, but a hell of a cast.
Yeah, I'll say hella cast.
Yeah, but I mean, Shia is a great actor, and
He's the best,
he's selective with what he chooses to do. Dakota, great actor. Yeah, like
amazing.
I mean, you got actors that are like, I look, it's like a murderer's row of talent.
Yeah.
How the F do you have like compromising photos? What? How did you do this?
People ask us this all the time, and I actually don't know how. I think it's the stars aligned. We were very, very lucky, and people liked the script, and wanted to be a part of it.
We the three of us, bless you over there. I just didn't know if it was in sound. You're welcome. I got you. Yeah, just blessings. We had, the three of us and our friend Dave had gone and made a proof of concept, which is essentially like a trailer to sort of show the script off, because we couldn't convince anyone to read it, and then making sort of like a very small trailer proof of concept short film it was like 5 minutes, right? Yeah. With all of us, got people intrigued in reading the script, and I think that's really how we convinced people to do it. I think it was the proof of concept, and I also think that was like Shia signed on, and I think Shia is a real actor's magnet, and
other great producers.
Yeah.
It started to build. It was like a brick wall. You get Shia to do something, you get Dakota, you get some of our great producers and people they've worked with in the past. Albert and Ron had worked with John Hawkes and Bruce Dern before, so they were able to make really personal calls to them.
They did Nebraska and with Bruce, and we're really lucky and blessed, and like honestly, like part of me wants to be like, can you tell us what happened? Because it is a real.
It's crazy. It's still crazy. I don't understand it myself.
No, because I looked at the cast list and I was just like, wait, what?
Me too. I'm still that way. Yeah.
But what is it like on set directing like someone like Bruce Dern or Thomas Haden Church, like some really, John Hawkes.
Yeah.
Like the list goes on and on.
It's sort of like this. You just go, hey, you guys are great. Just do whatever the fuck you want, and just roll it. No, I mean, I don't know. Those guys.
It was great.
Man.
I mean, everybody I think showed up and saw that we were doing a movie that we were taking really seriously, and brought their best performances. And also Zack, I think, really contributed to an environment where people fell in love with each other and were really connected. So, I mean, John and Thomas Haden Church and Brewster and I think felt like a really special environment. And they took Tyler and I aside and said, sets aren't normally like this, you guys. This is really special. And so we got some feedback from them.
Yeah, we were doing like group hugs and stuff, and people don't always group hug, and I was like, but we do. We love hugs. So.
When I was reading the synopsis and what takes place in the film, it sounds a little bit like Huck Finn-esque. Or am I wrong about this?
No, we love Mark Twain. Mike, do you want to speak to that?
Yeah, we love Mark Twain. We love stories that feel like a different time and place, and sort of the feeling of being in literature. And then Tyler grew up in the Outer Banks of North Carolina, so a lot of these locations we wrote specifically for.
Yeah, we thought we were going to shoot it for $200, and like we never thought we'd have a budget, let alone a cast like that. So I knew that I could go to my hometown in North Carolina and shoot the marshes, and no one was going to charge me or check for permits and stuff. So that's why we wrote it like that. But we ended up shooting in Georgia, and we used permits. So, yeah,
I heard rumors that's important.
Who knows?
Yeah.
You literally no way to tell.
Right. I am a huge fan of Shia.
Me too.
And one of the things about Shia that I really respect is he goes full force into his performances. He gives everything.
Yes. Yeah.
All the time.
Yes.
I have so much respect. What is it like working with someone like that who is so committed to his performance?
Have you ever seen a lion tear apart an innocent animal? Just like he is a ferocious force of pretend. Like he's wonderful. That analogy
inspiring.
wasn't good
I would say for me it's really inspiring. And I could see the ripple effect that it had on every other position on set. Other actors, other crew people. I think we're really inspired to level up and meet him where he was doing it.
You did scenes with Shia. What did you think?
Actually, on my scene with Shia, I would say, Shia knows about what he was doing, and Shia knows how to, coordinate about some stuff about what he wants to do. So that's what, because Shia always listened to Tyler and Mike.
Always.
And the whole time, and then Shia knows about all the bunch of the stuff we always do together.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shia and me have been doing all the fun stuff and fool around and having a very good time, and then Shia always be the best one I never have to work with him.
Yeah, we'd all kind of block it out together and talk about how we wanted to shoot it and how Nigel wanted to shoot it, our DP, and create a dance floor for these guys. And I guess that was sort of how it was directed. I don't know. Now I guess I got away from your question.
Oh, no, it's fine. Yeah. I'm always curious about the editing process. Mm-hmm. Everyone in this room has heard me say this again and again, but it's ultimately the final rewrite.
Yes.
So how did the film change in the editing room, and what did you learn from any screenings?
Our editing team, I would say Kevin Tent and Nat Fuller are amazing editors. Kevin
Fantastic.
had cut, he's got a lot of range. He cut like Blow, he cut Girl Interrupted, he cut a bunch of Alexander Payne stuff. So Tyler and I were learning a lot
Nebraska,
about, and you put it perfectly, the final rewrite. We were learning a lot about writing while he was editing.
Mm-hmm.
What do you leave it on the last line of a scene? And then...
Well, I still, when I'm writing, I still call him. I'm like, hey, can you read this scene? Like, I love him. He's a fantastic editor.
And then I think our taste, Tyler and ours taste, was for the authentic moments or the things that came up that weren't necessarily scripted. So we'd chase those down, and with Kevin and Nat's knowledge of how things are supposed to go, and with our pushing of like, hey, it doesn't matter if that's out of focus, we're using it.
Yeah.
Figure out how to get it in there, please. I think we landed a really unique and genuine place.
And we also, Mike comes from an edit background, and I had a pretty good understanding of edit. So when we're shooting, we have a pretty decent idea of how how it can kind of cobble together.
Did you? I'm imagining making this with this level of the crew and the talent behind it. That you must have learned a few things that you're going to take with you.
Oh yeah.
For future things.
Yeah.
What's like a lesson or two that you're like, oh my god, I wish I'd known this earlier, or things that you've thought about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think VFX, being able to paint things out.
Yes.
When you have a budget, that's amazing.
A great one. Yeah. Wait, you just get rid of that? The truck cannot be there. Or, that was a huge one. Understanding that was a real possibility with not a huge budget.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Zach. What about you? What did you learn on this film?
I don't have been learning about like so other minute things about Tyler just told me how to stay focused and just don't lose all of the words and but for me, but I still always do it right, no matter what I do, and except for Mike had been telling me like I would say just to sit by the beach and just to listen and never say any words until before Mike say get up and go.
Action. Yeah, but VFX is.
It was really long days. I'll say I learned that. I learned how much is possible within a 12-hour day.
Ooh, I got something I learned.
Yeah.
Can I go too? Is that all right? I learned to not eat like an asshole because sometimes crafty can get in the way, and I started eating Reese cups and Oreos, and then all of a sudden the next day I felt terrible. So I'm next one I shoot, I'm gonna really set an intention, keep me accountable to eat a little bit cleaner. You know?
A lot of people talk about that they don't realize it's a marathon.
Mm-hmm. It is,
and
3 marathons. It's so gnarly.
Well, for directors, it's a whole different
yes.
level.
And writer, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, but a lot of people talk about how it's a marathon and you need to pace yourself.
Yes.
Like a funny side note, I was talking to James Wan for Aquaman, and he talked about how he was eating what Jason was eating to try to keep him, or like eating super healthy to keep him going because of the crazy hours.
Yeah, we're doing that at South by Southwest.
Yeah.
I'm trying to eat like clean because I'll get tired, and I also eat my emotions. I don't know if you do that, but I get very emotional and I'll eat, and it's not.
It's hard to resist donuts.
It's so hard, and there's the voodoo donuts.
Yeah,
Have you had those yet? I want to try them.
No.
I haven't either.
I'm going to let you know right now, they're what we call good, and they're like,
Are
you
they
will
worth
literally
it?
fire sugar out of your fingers after you're done, and it's completely worth it.
Okay.
It's just fantastic.
Well, I'm still I'm on the South by Southwest marathon, so maybe I'll hit that one up on the last mile or something. Yeah.
What's the story for people that want to see the movie?
Yes.
Is it for sale here? What's the story?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking for distribution, and there's, I guess, agents and producers working on that. Mostly, we're not real intimately involved in that, but excited that people are liking the movie.
We're more creative.
Yeah.
Sure. I would say, though, that you have a very strong leg up with the cast that you've put together.
Thank you.
I mean, the truth is, it really matters. Like, because it's easier to get in front of eyeballs when you have people like this.
It is totally true. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it's, no BS. It's obvious.
I accept that as a thing in our industry. Famous people sell movie tickets.
It's absolutely true.
Yeah.
I obviously want to ask, what are you guys writing now? What you know what I mean?
We got a TV show going that we've written. To be really honest, our energy is really centralized on seeing this one through. So I don't even feel like, as a writer, safe to be like, all right, I got this other pitch for you. So it's really just trying to be here and be present with Zach and our crew and our guys, and that's where my energy is.
Sure. I've learned from a lot of other filmmakers that have, when they're selling a project, like after this, because if it has any sort of buzz, you get back home and then people want to take a meeting, and then they say, well, what do you want to do next?
Yeah.
Better have that answer. I've learned this.
Thank you. I do have that answer, and I'm grateful. I will. I'm just trying to. So
I'm just messing with you.
No, I
just
just want
to
to
answer.
I think
I've learned this.
I think it's important. I agree with you. I think it's really important to have that answer. I also don't. I don't think we've ever played by those rules in a way. Like, I think we're just sort of like doing our best to. I do my best to be here with you guys, versus trying to have an answer for my next thing. I think it's really Hollywood to do that, but I don't even have we don't have agents or anything. We're not real Hollywood dudes. So, you know, maybe I'll build a house next. I would love to build a house. Yeah, like with my own hands and stuff. That would be cool.
I'm giving you guys huge props for putting this thing together.
Thank you.
I really mean it. It's a hell of an accomplishment.
Thanks, man.
And I really sincerely can't wait to see it.
Thank you.
I'm excited for you to see it too.
Yeah, thank you. It really truly means.
If you're like a Shia LaBeouf fan, his performance in this is just amazing.
Believe me, I just saw Honey Boy at Sundance. He's phenomenal in that. Like, he's a very, very, very talented actor.
Yeah. I love him.
You know?
Yeah, I really love him. He's a wonderful human. Yeah, I'm grateful for him.
Said it with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's our team, man. He's our guy.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you. I'm really grateful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
On that note, pleasure to meet you. Let's hit stop.